So my name is Sarah Jo. I am from Sioux Falls. I've been fostering for about, I think 8 or 9 years, kind of lose count. And I'm a behavioral health therapist in Sioux Falls right now. I became a foster parent for a couple different reasons. I used to work with adolescents years ago, and I just saw, I think that's where I have a heart for teenagers. I just saw the need because I had all these teenagers in treatment and not always a place for them to go or a safe place. And then I also worked on the other side. I worked with adults, and some of the moms were really, and dads, but I worked with females at that time, were really trying to get their kids back. So it was always in the back of my mind. And then my friend became one, and she's like, why don't you become a foster mom? I think you'd be really good. You can even just do respite if you don't feel like you want to do long term. Jesus provided this home for me, so I'm like, okay, I can fill it up with love. And my first kid I ended up adopting, so my respite care turned into a little bit longer than I expected. It's been challenging, but also very rewarding. My advice for parents contemplating if they want to become foster parents or not would be just to try it or to ask foster parents questions. People who I didn't think would be supportive are very supportive. I'm a single mom, so going into it, I was really nervous. Like, will I have a life? Will I ever get to see my friends? Like, what is this gonna look like? And I've just been blown away with all the support I've gotten. Taking in teens, it is challenging. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I think I don't know, I just have a heart for that because that just makes me kind of sad because they need a chance to and they need to be loved. And so it is challenging because they don't know what it looks like to create that safety. They just think rules. But once they no, there's rules because I care for you. I want you to be safe. I want you to know that you're loved and appreciated. That goes a long ways. They are Native American. That's who they are. That's who their ancestors are. So their identity is important, but just the basic roots of who they are. So also meeting them where they are. So my oldest at first didn't quite know. So he now is about 19 years old, and he's just now really getting into his culture, reading more about it. Like at his graduation, he wore this beaded cap and his dad's eagle feather. And he did that to represent his culture and to show people you can do this too, which just gives me goosebumps. But then his brother it came natural. He's my singer, he's my drummer. He knows I'm Native American. We have to remember that they don't, again, have support. They don't have guidance. They never did. Not all the cases, but a lot of the cases. So just to be that support and that role model for them is really effective. I'd say to any potential foster parents watching this or debating it or thinking about becoming a foster parent, that you're already in that direction, just do it. I don't want to get teary-eyed here. It's just, the kids are our future, and so we want to guide that, right? We want to give them love. We want these kids to know that they're so loved and that they are people out there that care for them. A lot of these kids don't know what that looks like. So if you have a roof over your head and you can love, then you're meant to be a foster parent. I, again, was a single mom. My first kid is a teenage boy. I just remember crying, what am I gonna do with a teenage boy for 6 months to a year? What am I doing? I was crying, I was nervous, but I just trusted the process. As foster parents can, maybe not move mountains, but we can definitely make a difference. And you will see that with the smiles on the kids when you're picking them up from daycare and they're they came back. Okay, they care. That right there is rewarding. We want to show these kids that they are so loved and that they are wanted.